I wanted to share with you something profound that happened to me today. I went to this small event and there was this woman that asked me where I'm from. And I told her I'm from Israel. I could feel the moment I said to her that I'm from Israel, I could sense that something happened. Like I could sense like that she got really triggered. And I didn't say anything, we just kept going. A few minutes later, she said, I'm feeling extremely anxious. There's something in this room. So the woman that was holding the space kind of held space for her, and eventually she said, she told me, you're from Palestine, right? And I said, no, I'm from Israel. And then she started yelling at me. She started like saying like, you guys are doing genocide, you're like, what you're doing is awful, and like you're murdering babies. And I was just like sitting there, kind of shocked, but also like feeling really calm and grounded in myself. And I could really understand where she's coming from. I did not get triggered, which was a huge testament for me for the amount of work that I've done. And whenever she was relaxing a little bit, I asked her, would you like me to share with you my thoughts and my beliefs around what's happening over there? Would that support you? And she said, yeah. So I started explaining to her how I see the whole thing and, you know, how I experienced this. And the reason why I got to this place was because I've done a lot of work around healing that wound, that generational wound inside of me. And when I shared that with her, I could feel myself like feeling so grounded and feeling so much compassion for her, because I could really feel her pain. And I really understand the pain. And I really, really, really understand that it's awful what's happening in that area of the world on all of the sides. And it's something that's been going on for many, many years. So if you're feeling curious, I've made a whole YouTube video talking about all of this from like a spiritual perspective. So just comment the word Middle East and I will send you the link to the YouTube video to watch the full YouTube video. However, we kept going, and I shared with her, you know, like I'm so down to be with you in your rage and to be with you in your grief. I'm so down for that. Like I have so much space for these feelings that you have, but I'm not down to being put in a box. And I'm not down to being projected on in a way that doesn't feel in alignment with who I am. After we went through the experience that we went through, she said to me, I love you. And I'm so sorry that I was putting my anger on you. I'm feeling like I shouldn't have blamed you or put you in a box. She said I had I've never met any Israeli, and I had like really bad thoughts about Israelis, and now that I meet you, it really changed things for me. Like I all of a sudden, like I think differently because I can feel your heart, and I can feel how much you care and how much you like just have a lot of compassion. And I felt really touched because this is probably the third time that someone came to me and told me that because of what I'm bringing and how I'm speaking, it changed their views about what is important. Because the bottom line of what I said is that we're all the same. And when we're getting caught up in the story of it's us versus them, no matter what side you're on, when we're getting caught up in the story and the trauma, rather than actually allowing ourselves to feel and integrate those wounds inside of us and just connecting like two humans, that just like two humans, humanity, and leaving the stories on the side, just connecting heart to heart, there's so much opportunity that is being missed when we are getting hooked in the stories. I wanted to come here and share this with you because the only reason, I'm telling you, the only reason I could be in a grounded place and really understand her pain and come from a place of compassion and love toward her, the only reason I could do it and be that for her is because I've done a lot of work, and I've done a lot of work on healing that wound within me. Because let me tell you, if that was 2 or 3 years ago and someone would tell me something like that, I would get so freaking triggered. I would like like I can't even describe. And this is why it is absolutely crucial and important for us to integrate our own wounds inside of us, because then toward the end she said that this is just brings up an experience that she had in childhood where she felt helpless, right? So there was so many layers that was being played out, and the amazing thing about her is that she knew right away is that the universe is trying to teach her something. And eventually how we closed it, I asked her, can I give you a hug? And we just hugged, and we just like had a real human to human connection. So whoever you're at, whatever side you're on, if you're feeling grief, if you're feeling rage, if you're feeling whatever you're feeling about what's happening in the world, I want to say it makes so much sense. And there is so much space and room for you to feel all of the feelings and all of your emotions you have to feel. Really give it space inside of you, because then it comes out to people who hasn't necessarily done anything. And that's how we spread hate. That's how we spread this dense energy rather than spreading love and light. We can spread love and light into the world through the energy field once we are looking inside. We're giving ourselves the space to feel all the feelings that we need to feel. And then we're able to love all these parts that are fighting inside of us. And then the reality that we're going to see out into the world is going to be different, because the reality that we see in the world is always going to reflect back like a giant mirror to what's actually happening inside of us. So wherever you're at, I'm really, really, really inviting you. If you watch a lot of news or if you watch a lot of videos online, I understand that there's a need to witness what's happening in the world, but I really want you to consider, how does it take a toll on your nervous system? How does it impact your life? Because let me tell you, when I get into it, every single time when I got into watching all these things and getting caught up in that, every time that I got into that, I collapsed. My nervous system, I had a huge trauma response, and thankfully I'm really connected to my body, so I could notice right away, like, whoa, my body is going through a serious trauma response right now. I need to pause and I need to take care of my body. So this is an invitation for you, whoever you're at, wherever you're at on the spectrum, to take care of yourself, take care of your body, and ask yourself the question, how can I actually help? Because I understand the helplessness of like you wanting to help humanity, you wanting to help the world, and there's a sense of helplessness of not knowing what to do. And I want to share with you that when you're bringing more love and light to you, to the inside of you, when you're integrating your wounds and your parts, that's how you can make the change. Understanding that we're all humans, okay? That we're all the same. There's no difference. We're all souls, pure source in a human body. And whatever race we belong to in this specific timeline, in this specific lifetime, whatever race we belong to, whatever country we belong to, whatever group we belong to, whatever the group is, you are more than that. Like, it's not stopped there. It's yes, and there's more. And the more, when you're able to go beyond those limits, you're understanding and seeing that you and I are the same. Maybe we were born in a different country. Maybe we're a different gender. Maybe we are have different worldviews, but we're the same. At the end of the day, we're the same consciousness. There's no difference. So the more you and I understand this inside of ourselves and integrate it inside of ourselves, the more we can send out this energy through the web, through the energy field, and it touches people energetically and also physically, like what happened today with this woman. I shifted something for her. She shifted something for me. We were a gift to each other. We were able to meet as two human beings that having a human experience, that experience the pain, the grief, the rage of Mother Earth. And I can really feel all of this pain that Mother Earth is holding and all of the pain that we're holding. And the way that we can transmute it and support Mother Earth and support humanity as a whole is to remember who we are as individuals and send that remembering through the field, through the energy. And it's going to impact people 10,000 miles away from you that you don't even know. It's going to impact. The more that you do it for yourself, even if you sit in a room by yourself and don't see anyone ever, you're still going to impact. Because energy works differently. It travels through the web that connects us all. The web that connects me to this tree, that connects this tree to that tree over there, and through the web connects to the entire universe, really. So I just felt called to share that, and I wanted to share this gift that I feel so grateful for, that I have been blessed to run into this path of remembering who I am, of healing my generational wounds and traumas, because I got to this place where someone came at me with like a blaming finger, and it was very intense, very, very intense the way she brought it. And I was able to stay super calm. Not only I was able to stay super calm, I was able to have so much compassion for her. Like I felt my heart opening up for her. And that's where the real change happens. If you want to see something different in the world, that's where the real change happens. One person at a time, one soul at a time. Thank you so much for being with me and watching me, and I would love to hear your comments, your thoughts, what's coming up for you when you're hearing this.